welcome back to another episode of Day Dot Sports. Back again with Tom. Hey, no, man.
Good, brother. How you going?
Yeah, trying to palm off sickness. Might have enjoyed a little bit too much of a good time for my weekend away in Burleigh, where it's, a little bit. The bank account really wants me hurting right now. Couple of multis would have changed that, but they didn't quite fall through. So this episode we'll be doing a bit of a recap of Origin. We'll recap the last round and obviously tips and predictions for this week. Bets for us, absolutely shocking. Can't say we can put anything together at the moment. Las Vegas would be lucky to make it to the next city, let alone anything else.
Bro, we'd be lucky to make it out of the fucking terminal, to be honest.
I'll be lucky to make it to Jetstar's website. Terrible. Bet to Vegas, terrible. And then our multis of the week, just no good at all. I had a few personal bets that were just bees dick. I needed in one of them a Herbie, would have won me a bit of coin. The Broncos one in particular, Katoni Staggs, if he got over, that would have been really nice. But you win some, you lose some, you know how it is. Origin 2 recap, it honestly feels like it was more than like a week ago. It feels like so long ago now.
Well, Jess just said before, she's like, oh, is it going to be a quick one tonight? And I said, oh, yeah, it will be. Like, there's no Origin to talk about. She's like, but don't you talk about it from last week? I'm like, oh, my God, fuck yeah, it was a week ago.
It was.
A week ago that we clapped New South Wales cheeks. Let's
go. Yes, we did. Queensland wins 26-24. Honestly, that first half, easiest watch of my life. We're just putting tries on left, right, centre, just like, roll, kick your feet up, just being able to rub it in New South Wales' face. You got fucking clapped. Then the second half starts. They start scoring tries, but where it really changed for me, when Stephen Crichton took on like 4 blokes and scored, I started teleporting back to 2023 grand final. I was like, not again.
When that dude's in the mood, like, he is fucking so hard to stop. And he is a big game player. So, yeah, once they started to roll a few points on, we're in trouble here.
And it looks like the boys were out on their feet. Like, they were coming so hard in the second half. And, I was literally getting flashbacks to 2023. I wouldn't have been able to handle it if we had lost with that big of a lead. I fucking would have been like, I'm not watching. I'm logging out of all social media accounts. Delete the channel. I'm never listening to Hello Sport ever again. I wouldn't be able to deal with it. It'd be fucking so much head noise. We managed to hang on. Turns out we're basically fight promoters at this stage as well. So, sorry, Tino. Looks like you and Liam Martin are pretty much
trying to tee up Tino, which was with Liam Stinky Martin. So, that popped off. So that was nice.
It seems like the consensus is, everyone wants to see Tino Martin, and those two are going at it in the game. And the Batuta Advocate, they put out a fucking crack up of a post about it. They're just like, Tino is going to be seething over the next fortnight, thinking about all these ways he can fucking bludgeon Martin and all this type of stuff. And they go like Red Demon Eyes or whatever it was.
It was about Tino like seething for the next 2 weeks, thinking about how he can cause grievous bodily harm to Liam Martin.
It was fucking top tier, but Tino is honestly my spirit animal. Like, I'm going to make one comment. Maybe bring out the sticky spray a little bit more for Tino, but outside of that, everything he fucking did, he was tackling like 5 blokes in a set, just pumping people. I swear he had like a 5-minute rest and was just out there again. Like, he is the heart and soul of that team. We missed him so much last series. So, let that big fucking Gimpy. Give him the keys to Gimpy. There's probably no lock, but give him the keys at least.
Tell you what, how the fuck Kurt Capel? Where did that performance come from?
Bit of bloody Dane Gagai about him. You put him on the Origin mode and he just went, no fucking worries.
Because last game that he played for Queensland, he got fucking found out on the edge hardcore time after time he did. So I thought we were going to be in endless amounts of trouble this game with Capel, but geez, did he turn one on?
I was so pleasantly surprised with this one. And, Kurt and Kurt combined in this one. Bit of Kurt Mam action into Capewell action. He had a fucking hell of a game, Kurt, man. I thought he actually played really, really well. It was a real good play. Good player coming off the bench, just kind of did his work and set up tries like whatever else he had to do. I'm absolutely kicking myself that in our TikTok last week, I said 1 to 12 and Curdy Capewell to score. Fuck, if I put a bet on that, it would have been cruising. Like, I managed to get up on, what did I get? I got Gus Crichton and Munster, snagged those two. But when Gus got over for his try, I was like, yes, I won money, but I'm like, fuck, at what cost? Because that's when New South Wales, I was like, we are fucking not looking good. And if it wasn't for a certain Lomax for getting his fucking kicking boots, like, that's one thing as well. Like, he's getting shit on so bad. Bloke can kick a fucking ball. Don't know about how he goes kicking a ball in front of a big crowd like that, though. Not 100% sure, but, you know, for people to be sitting there and be like, Lomax is fucking shit, it's just like, bro, you don't get it.
Yeah. You roll down there in front of 60,000 plus or whatever and fucking slot him from the sideline.
What they need, that was, what is it, Dewey, that fella yelling at it, Dewey, compensate! That's Dewey. What they might know. But,
go kick it left, it's going right. Compensate.
That's New South Wales' new kicking coach. But we were up shit creek without a paddle though. If Lomax did bring his kicking boats, I saw Gus Gould. He's out there talking about what they could potentially do. He's like, Jerome, gone. Burton, gone. We should bring in Reno, 35 years nearly, or 35 years old, like made of paper. But I love you.
I don't like it. Maybe Origin's a bit too much for Reno and we don't need him.
Yeah, let's not hurt Reno like that. We don't need him running the big Tino.
We should be watching the whole B plays. I'll be watching the whole in the next game. Like,
literally. Tino, don't hurt him. It's pretty much where I'll be ending up because Gus is just like, we know what we're getting with him. We're getting good kicking, good goal kicking. It's just like... Love to say, but Gus, he knows a player when he's looking at one. Money man as captain. Fuck, he turned back the clock to like 2020 Origin money almost. Like, he just went, boy, let's fucking trot.
He was on a podcast, must have been like yesterday or the day before, whatever. And they're like, oh, money, like, you need to bring back the fucking Murray for Origin. Like, you need to bring it back. And he goes, nah. He's like, nah, it doesn't come back for Origin because there was a stat. He's never won an Origin match with mustache.
That's a fucking stat right there. I subscribe to that.
Every time, I think it was every time he's had a mustache, he's won a grand final though. So he's like, Origin, no. Post Origin, well, maybe.
So Money Man's got the woo-woo suspicion, like the superstitions down to a science at this stage. By the sense of it.
Well, we needed that woo-woo when he's running around with rocky soil in his boots over in fucking Perth. So I'm all for it at this stage. Get your tinfoil hats on, everybody.
Did they do that just for money? I didn't really read into that. Was it the whole time?
Only for Munster.
Okay, I'll personally drive to Gympie to dig up some of that red soil to put it in Tino's boots to go through.
How good would it be if they got Gympie postcode, bit of fucking Albert Park fucking soil in Tino's boots? Jeez, that'd be revving.
Oh, it'd be
Tino would be in the biggest mood to fold some cunt with the Gympie turf under the foot.
I'd hate to be Liam Martin running anywhere near him if that happened, especially in game 3. Nothing to lose at this stage. Let him go, boys. I didn't realise how many people wanted to bring back the Biff and how violent some people were.
Yeah.
I was
like some of the people out there who just want to punch on for the sakes of it. I love it.
There was so many, and some of the matchups were hilarious too. It'd be like, yeah, Payne Haas, Kalen Ponga. Like that. It's like, Jesus Christ. Speaking of just New South Wales real quick though, fucking game 1 we lost, right? And the states together turned around and went, boys, you didn't play up to scratch. You played like shit. People probably need to be cut. And they kind of put it on the coach, they put it on the players. And you know, they fucking made the changes, came out, got it done in game 2. The fucking bitching and whining from New South Wales about the ref and fucking it's this and that and everything. Just take it on the chin, you fucking cucks. Like, oh, it's been doing my fucking head in. Like, sometimes the penalties go with you, sometimes they don't. Like, I think it was Hello Sport. They were looking into it the other day. They were just like, surely, like, fucking the refs are just blowing way more than usual. And then they pulled some stat from, I think it was like it might have been like game 3, 1995. And it was like 17 penalty count. And they're like, or maybe it's always kind of just been a bit all over the shop. You know, it's just fucking. Sometimes you get the bounce of the ball, sometimes you get the call of the whistle. It is what it is. Maybe I don't know. Don't have fucking what was it? Lomax doing the John Jones fucking 12-6 elbows on people. You got Luai doing the mountain gouging fucking eyes out. Like maybe don't be offside. You got your players kicking the ball out on the full fucking multiple times from clearing Luai. All this other disciplined shit, and you go, oh, the fucking refs. Like no. Be better. Like, yeah, you lost. You suck. You're gonna lose game 3. Fucking deal with it. You know what I mean? Just take it on the chin. Just go. It wasn't our day, and we move on. Fuck me. One person. If I had to make a change though, and I don't know, I'm on the fence about this at this point. Ponga. He's got to go. But I'm very much about chemistry, and like they've already stuck with him for 2 games now. You might as well fucking hold out. Bit of pick and stick about me when it comes to it. Like you can move a few players around, but I'm just like, just fucking leave it alone. But Lomax tortured that poor boy though. Like Lomax in the air is a cheat code. It's absolutely cooked. Just pop at the Lomax, and you're probably going to come up with something.
Who I really wish was like a Queenslander.
Will Kennedy.
Yeah,
I'm so about it as well. I'm just like Mr. Consistent.
No, lie, because that kind of is actually just safe. I reckon you'd have to be top 5 safest people under a high ball in NRL.
But that's, I think, just about it, honestly, for Origin. There was all the shit with Billy Slater and fucking Sharon Woods leading up to it, but I don't even want to get into that. It's been fucking...
Shut up, Sharon, you Derek.
Yeah, shut up. Round 16 recap. Actually, no, I'll speak about that later on. But round 16 recap, I didn't really get to watch a whole lot of these games. Or if I did, I kind of had one eye on type of thing. But we'll kind of smash through them and get into the tips and predictions. Must have been the Friday night, would have been. Raiders beat the Tigers 16-12. Not a whole lot to this, to be honest. I thought that Milk would pump the fuck out of them. Tigers kind of held in there for a bit. You know, you get that with Tigers games. You never know quite what woo-woo's going to happen.
But, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Canberra probably took it as a little bit of an easy game, the way that they've been rolling on. So, they didn't lose, but Sticky will probably stick it to them this week, though. It's probably a bit of a reality check that don't take the fucking foot off the pedal, boys. We flog everyone by heaps.
Exactly.
So, yeah, not much to take out of it. I didn't actually watch that match.
No, I didn't. I just kind of saw the highlights for it. One thing that was good to come out of this one, absolute scenes though, with Jetty Stewart crossing over on his debut, little meat pie for himself, and Ricky's just fucking best thing
that's
ever.
You're just like,
that's my boy.
That reminds me of what is it, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. He's like, when Cedric Diggory dies, he's like, that's my boy.
I was going to say, what link are you drawing there? I was going to say, you know how that all worked out, right? But no, it's pretty good. Good to see Sticky. Just like, he's just such a staple of the game. So him on the sideline, chewing a hole in his jaw, and his young fella crossing over, just real emotional stuff from him. Apparently as well, like when he pretty much let him know about the call up. Even big Sticky. I think the last time he cried was when Elliot White had left the team, and I think he was in tears again this time. So good on him. Good on the young fella, who I'm assuming is young fella, considering pretty much all players are younger than us now. So good on him for getting over the debut.
Yeah, which is wild.
Dude, like, because even then, like, I think Paddy Carrigan's my age, and even, like, you look at you like, doesn't make sense. I'm like, you should be older. But anyway, the Baby Riff got it done 28-18 over in New Zealand. This was one I did not watch, but fucking disappointing was. This is one that they should have snagged 100%. Like, you have such a weekend Riff, and you're at home and just... I was looking at the fucking score.
Not a single Origin player inside. I'm like, there is no possible way in the world do Warriors lose this match. Like, and especially for the amount of games that we've been on the fence about them, and they've pulled through against like a lot better teams than the Panthers at the moment. Oh, fuck, I was disappointed in that. But yet again, another match I did. I didn't get to watch much footy on the weekend because I was down the sunny coast yet again. But, yeah, I think Penrith actually could be building a little bit towards... They're going to make the 8. Let's agree on one thing. They are going to make the 8, but it depends how much of a push they're going to be able to get towards the top 4, I guess. They've, I think that top 4 might be nearly cemented at this stage. They've got a few, I think we've seen 5th, and I think we're about 6 points behind 4th, I reckon.
Yeah, we're a bit behind, but...
Yeah, we're 6 behind 4th.
God would have the Penrith Panthers quietly just snuck up the ladder, and now they're sitting at 8th. You're like, oh, when the fuck did they do that? But the next one, this one's just fucking... The Knights beat the Finns. I thought this was at Suncorp, but this was actually over in Perth, I believe. So 26-20. How the Finns let these losers beat them? Beyond me.
Yet again, another game where I'm like, I didn't watch this yet again, but I was like, how the fuck did they lose to the Knights? How did they come out in consecutive weeks and put 50 on teams who are much better than the Knights and then lose to those losers over in Perth?
Like, I thought it was just going to be a nice little walk in the park for them, essentially, especially the form like that team has been in. Isaiah Katoa, obviously, has just been amazing. Ponga finally did something. Bradman Best had a bit of a day out, but I think it was the final play. Like, he competed for the ball, ended up with it, passed it through, and they scored like the 78th minute or whatever it was. But fucking, how about Fletcher Sharp's injury?
Dude, that's car crash shit.
Was it lacerated
kidney and spleen?
Yeah, like a busted spleen. Yeah, lacerated kidney. Apparently he fell with like his elbow. I'm assuming elbow somewhere or somebody else's elbow. And yeah, literally, how often do you hear of those injuries?
Never. So
NRL physio tell me more.
Yeah, seeing the tackle, and it looked like a pretty not a stock standard. Like he was getting tackled in the back and then into the ground, but it didn't look like fucking hard or dangerous or anything of the sort. So must have just contorted himself in a fucking weird enough way that he's done some serious damage to himself.
Yeah, so hope he gets well soon. My fantasy and my Supercoach teams are just in shambles now that you're gone. It's going to be sad not seeing that flowing mullet. But yeah, I believe it's a high chance he's probably gone for the rest of the season. So the Knights suck, but without him, there goes half their fucking attack.
I reckon he'll get back. I think they said they'll get back by the end of the year. There's a good chance he will, but there's also a chance that won't
not risk it type of thing. Yeah. Next one was
tell you about. Actually, I'll wait till the game comes up.
Okay, sure. Next one was quite surprising. I thought it would be close, but Storm, they scraped by B's dick 25-24 against the Rabbitohs. Ooh, Wayne had these boys cooking. I don't know what the fuck they're fueling AJ with at the moment.
Yeah, that was my topic. That I was absolutely coasting Supercoach's team, and I'm like, fucking, we got the Bunnies. AJ might get a try. Nothing much happening there. I think Curtis had 2 Bunnies players. I was absolutely coasting in Supercoach, and then I've just check the score. I was like, oh my god, Bunnies are fucking beating the Stormy. What the hell? Look, AJ. I was like, are you fucking serious? Jump on there, and he's had 150 fucking points.
Oh,
and wait, I lost by, what did I lose by this week?
Probably 150.
I lost by 43 points.
Oh,
and he's had AJ just absolutely turn one on. I was lucky, and then Teddy had a day out as well. He had Teddy as his captain.
Yeah,
and then
Teddy.
AJ 137. I was like, you fucking for real.
Teddy had a go, but yeah, Bellyache, he would have been close to implosion, I reckon, in the box. He would have just been fuming, and you just know Wayne would have had almost a smirk on his face while it's happening. But
have you seen? Where is it? I got to play this one through the mic because I seen this the other day when I was playing golf. It's Hectic Fred, and it just had me fucking cackling so hard. About where the.
Because the Cowboys are actually starting to score points. They scored with Drinkwater right up the guts, and then they scored about 2 minutes later from a kick lab. Bro, they're going to kill Craig Bellamy. They're going to kill him, bro. He was losing it in the box up 20. Now they're going to only be up 8. Robert Derby. Fucking hell, he's pissed off, mate. He's fucking pissed off. Fuck fucking hell, Craig, bro. He is fucking pissed. Why did he sign on for another year of this shit?
That's good.
They're going to kill Craig Bellamy, bro. They're going to kill him.
But
shout out Hectic Fred, funny
yeah,
guy.
legend. Trell nearly stole it again though. He had another one of those shots, just like slotted it, went the distance, just didn't quite have the accuracy. I was like, "Fuck, I've seen this one before."
Yeah.
And then Paps managed to get it done, but yeah, they just got there. AJ is basically on a speed run for that record at the moment. The bloke is scoring like 3 or 4, I swear, every other week at this stage. They're just loading him up. Boys,
every
we're
other week
going
that he's
left.
not. Whenever he's not injured or like fucking out for some reason, he comes back in and just gets bags of tries for fun. So yeah.
And then the next one, this one had me sweating, but it all ended up working out all right. Broncos beat those fucking losers 34-28. Not gonna lie, where was I? I thought it started at 3, so I went down to the Burley Pavilion to check on some bets with AJ. And having a beer there. Turns out war starts at 2, so I fucking missed it. Well, luckily I put the bets on, but had to sit there at the table watching that for a little bit, having a couple golds, and I was ready to fucking pack it in just about after the first 10-20 minutes because we were looking not fucking good.
Defense, mainly our left edge. Fuck, our left edge defense was dreadful this week. Yeah, it was no fun. I reckon that first 60 minutes was no fun.
Yeah, no, I was first half mostly, like the second half started coming together, but we were literally like a sieve, like just points, every time shit was leaking from fucking everywhere. I was starting to get palpitations, being like, is this the day we get 50 put on us? And I went to the Sharks-Broncos game last year, and I went with like a friend of mine that's a Sharkies fan. So in my head the whole time I'm like, fucking, we can't lose this. Another year of having to hear, oh, we fucking beat you, whatever. I couldn't deal with it. But yeah, I really liked what Xavier Williamson brought in this game. I thought he was really good, kind of stepped up on a period where Payne Haas was off. I think he has had a bit of a niggling injury going into the game. Renault played well. I've really been liking what Walsh is bringing to the team since he's come back from injury, though.
He's been, and it's probably what he's, imagine. Like, I don't think he's had our full. Well, I was thinking we're going to get a full spine this week.
Nah.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get Benny this week, but he's out for another week, so I'm assuming he might have aggravated at training.
He is 500 years old.
since Reece has come back, he's been pretty fucking handy. So I think he's only going to grow more and more as the year goes on. So hopefully if we are getting towards finals and we are looking like we're going to play finals, then hopefully he's really hit his straps and we're fucking gelling well.
Oh yeah, and I think some of the things that I've noticed the most is particularly in this last game, like how much he got involved and got his hands on the ball. Just became almost like a third half out there, just created head noise for the defence, was all over the place, kicking, doing whatever else. But I've particularly noticed he's straightening up his running and taking the ball deeper into the line and really taking the line on, which is just creating a lot of opportunities, whether he's going through the line like that last try there, or just bringing those defenders in and getting rid of the ball, which has been something I think he's been missing for probably like the better part of a year since what happened in State of Origin. Was it game 1 last year? Where he got decapitated.
Yeah, proper.
And like fucking, I don't blame him. Well, he got hit by Taylor May earlier in like that season, and then that happened after. So, and obviously the Joseph Suaalii thing, like fucking everyone's talking about it or whatever, but like that was a fucked hit. Like that was nasty. So I've always said like I don't blame him for, if you got a bit of fucking head noise about it, which I don't know if he does, but that's what I would make my assumption about. But it seems like maybe he's worked a bit of that out and he's happy to run. All I've ever heard about Reece is that he's like the ultimate competitor. That's hot. Like the ultimate competitor. So.
That was the most
anyway, really enjoyed what he's doing, but and particularly as well, like the boys coming back from, it was like 26, whatever the fuck it was, or 20 odd points on us, which usually we wouldn't fucking. Yeah, usually we wouldn't be clawing that back in the way that we've played in the last while. So, boys showed a bit of fucking grit, and I like it.
Yeah, I was saying that to a few people though about like the Broncos. Like that was a must win. If we were any chance of playing finals this year, and like we might still end up thereabouts playing finals, but we needed that win against like a decent team like Cronulla to be able to fucking get a little bit of momentum after, like, we beat the fucking Titans. Like, the Titans are last on the ladder by 2 points. What do you fucking do? Like, that doesn't mean shit being the Titans. Like, they suck at another level
Love
than
you, Tino.
Newcastle Knights. So, yeah, we definitely need a win. So hopefully it actually might go to their head a bit and we get a bit of fucking confidence and start putting some scores on some teams. Get a bit of that 2023 action back.
Yeah, I'd love it, and especially as well if Dozer is close. Like, again, like you said, I was hoping we're going to get him back this week, but yeah, I'm very keen to see what our spine's going to be like with everyone there. And quietly, we've just snuck up to 5th. I swear we were 12th like a week ago.
Yeah,
all of a sudden it's like, hello.
Hey, little cheeky buy helps, eh?
Fuck yeah. We'll knock out these last 2 games and then we'll get into it.
I think we've technically got like 4 wins in a row because we've got bye, Titans bye, win against Cronulla. So
good problem to have. I think we got one more bye soon actually as well.
Let's go. I hope it's next week.
And then I lost my 6-pack on this one. Roosters flogged the Cowboys 42-8. I just checked in on this and just saw they were losing like 30-something. Like, oh, well, guess I don't need to check the store again. I don't know what's doing with the Cows.
I was sure as shit didn't.
Yeah, well, I'm accountable. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with the Cowboys. They were looking really. It's their standard every season. Start really putting it together, making a run, and every time you're like, yeah, they're turning into a decent team. Boom, back to shit. And that's exactly where they've ended up. Didn't watch this one. Don't have much to say unless you do, to be completely honest.
Nah, not really. Like. Yeah, the Cowboys are just so hot and cold this year. Like, they turn up and look like $1 million one week and then really just look like the Titans the next week. So, can't say much. Can't say much. Roosters have been growing and growing since we put... Usually a team, when you get 50 put on your first game of the season, just lay over and die. But yeah, the Chookies seem to be fighting back a little bit, so it's good to see. Because they're 7th. They're 7th. They got 50 put on the first game of the season. No one would have had them in the 8, ever.
No chance, but...
I'll tell you what, though. We play... I just had a look as well. We play the Doggies next Friday. Short turnaround for Origin boys. I fucking hate the life out of that. We got so many more Origin players than those fucking Dogs. And a short turnaround, I don't like it at all. And
you know that they're going to be wanting to get that one back so badly after we fucking...
Oh, gosh, yeah.
But anyway, last one, Eels beat the Titans again. Another one that I missed out on. But yeah, no Moses, no worries. Deanie Hawkins, fucking goat Parramatta half.
Bro, Dean's been going fucking Moses. You're going to reserve grade, Parra, get him on back. That's 2 impressive wins against a couple of, I'm not going to say Titans a decent team, but fuck, they should have probably beat them with the players that they're missing.
Classic Titans performance though, eh? Just like, what are we going to get? And then Lomax.
Titans, Newcastle, literally just avoid them like the plague this year. They should not be touched. If you lose your tip against the Titans or the Knights, then so be it, but I don't think I'm going to back them.
I think that's a good way. That's a good way to look at it. Just go, Titans or Knights? Yeah, we're going against them. And then Lomax, he packed his kicking boots. He would have heard that much fucking shit from Wednesday night about it. Kicked 6 for 6. He had no worries, boys. But that's also because there would have been all the fucking 3 fans there at that stadium. So I can't say it would have had the same pressure.
Literally.
Alrighty, round 17. 10 fucking rounds to go after this until finals. Boy, we're flying through. We're trying to knock through these ones. So this is, let me check, because I get tripped up some days with, it's Thursday night footy. Thursday scaries. We got Penrith versus the Dogs. All the Origin stars are back for both teams, particularly Penrith in this case. It's a huge one for the Riff, where they're sitting on the ladder, especially against the Dogs. I'm going the fucking Doggies, though. Doggies 1-12.
I'm nearly going to back Penrith, hey?
Want to bet 6
I'm not going to because I'm gunning for the top spot in the tipping comp if you haven't seen. I'm fucking launched from about second last. I'm like 3rd now.
Oh, shit.
I've been launching from the... I was down in the depths of like last or second last. I was last. I was literally last. I was literally last at the start of this year, and I'm 6th. But I'm on the same points.
Fucking a bit take top spot. Just like Broncos at the moment.
Well, I'm in front of you anyway, so that's all that fucking matters. Give me the Doggies 1 to 12. I think Penrith will be up for it, but hopefully the Dogs just got enough in the gas tank because, But a part of me is like, could nearly get up towards first spot if Penrith knock off the Doggies here.
Look, it's probably not like the worst thing, and it just seems like they just know how to make a run for it. And I know we're still a long way from finals, but they're starting to slowly sneak their way back up there. But my rule of thumb is if Stephen Crichton is playing, Doggies win. So I'm going to go with them. I reckon they're going to get it done 1 to 12. I just think as well, you just... he's absolutely shit himself. But I think they're going to be able to take a lot of the formula that they've used against teams like the Broncos with these halves, where they're just going to absolutely fucking send their backs, like their second rowers in Preston and bloody kick-ons, flying at their halves. Like Cleary's going to be copping so much traffic. They're going to be right up in their face. I think that pressure is going to be able to really kind of... It's either going to be for the better or the worse. Like, it's either going to open up space or they're going to put so much pressure on they're not going to be able to do shit. It's kind of how I see this going.
And I can't see, I think for Penrith to win this game, though, they need, because Cleary's not fit. I think that's fucking pretty clear. Unless it's just a niggle. Yeah, yet again. Oh, would you look at that? Nathan Cleary quad hamstring issue fucking
what
year
time
after
of the
year.
year is it? Oh, fucking mid-season? Yeah, time to go.
It's another bet, actually, that probably isn't a bad idea in case Cleary goes down. Especially if he might... he's obviously going to be the predominant kicker. But if his kicking game's not on like it was in Origin the other night because he's had this quad strain or whatever, then I think it's going to be too hard for Penrith to compete with him.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Blaise Talangi, not really a kicker.
Not really renowned for his kicking.
No, and then you got Sexy Sexton and Matty Burton sending fucking bombs away. Very different. But I think the forward pack and the pressure that the Doggies are going to be able to put on is going to be too much. Big game as well, obviously going up against Critter. I reckon Jacob Kiraz is going to score any time. Who have you got?
I'm going to go anytime. I'm going to go fucking Jacob Preston.
Boy, I don't like. I love Jacob Preston, bro. He's a
I think he's actually. I'd either be tossed to a turn between him and Crichton against his old team. Actually, could be up for a nudge, but I'd be tossing up between him and kick-ons to cross any time. But just quietly,
what do you got?
If Cleary goes down with a fucking injury, Penrith Panthers $2.80 to miss the 8. I don't hate it.
That's not terrible, actually. Depends how long he's out for, I suppose. But next one, I hate this game. I fucking hate this game. Manly versus Tigers. Ugh.
It's a bit of that about it.
It's at Brookie, but my trust issue with Manly, and if there's a team they're gonna fucking get pumped by too, like this has got the writing on the wall for like a 64-8 type of flogging fucking by the Tigers. You heard it here first if that happens, but I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna go Manly 1 to 12. I'm gonna go
Manly.
Math, it just should make sense. I've got no fucking hope in them at all.
I actually like Lehigh going the fullback though.
Yeah, Tommy No Legs into the centres.
Tommy No Legs has gone into the centres. So, I know Manly's been a team all year. Yeah, my nose is like.
Yeah, I'm fucked
up. Manly's been a team all year though that is just fucking impossible to tip. So, you reckon they'd be able to they've got the fucking players that should beat the Tigers. You'd reckon.
I don't know. And
Friday night in Brookie, give me the fuck and no
Buller for Tigers, which I think is a massive out for them.
That's a big out for them.
And then they've moved.
I really like Lehigh to fullback and Tommy to centre. Obviously,
yeah, I think that's good. Sneaky little one here. Lukey Brooks could be a good shout for a try scorer. Jerome Luai though, he's moved to 6 and Latu Finu's coming to 7. So that's interesting for them. A little DC, a lot of comments in that post actually was DC to punch on with Luai. So let them go, I suppose.
Let the boys play.
Let the boys play. But yeah, with no confidence at all, the only thing getting them over the line is that Brookie. And I'm going to go with Tommy No Legs to get over anytime.
Yeah, Tommy running in the centre's big bet there. Tommy No Legs anytime.
Not much running anymore. More so just catch the ball full over the line type of vibes.
Not much.
Not much.
Barely hovering, legs giving out sort of vibes.
Yeah, wheelchair soon for Tommy. Next one, is this a Friday night game? Fucking imagine this being the late game. One of these teams I love, the other one, fuck me. Friday night from McDonald Jones Stadium, Knights versus the Raiders. You don't need to be a fortune teller to fucking know who I'm taking on this one. Yeah, so I'm fucking sick of the Knights. Can they just get kicked out of the comp? I'm just fucking...
Can we dead set, hello Valandis, can we get a relegation system? Can we get a one in, one out sort of setup? Bottom two get kicked out. Can we make Queensland and New South Wales Cup a combined competition? Fuck off. Can we fuck off the bottom two teams every year? Bring in the top two from the Cup, I don't know, how about we just make an NRL reserve grade?
It'd be actually great. I feel like teams, when they're so shit, I'm looking at you, Tigers, when you're losing 3 years in a row, you need to fucking go, have a hard think about yourself and come back in when you're ready. And to be fair, I guess they have sort of done that, but fuck, it took them some time. But the Knights, I'm sick of them. I'm sick of looking at you. Just have your spoon bowl with the fucking Titans already. Just scratch whoever they're meant to actually be playing and make those two play in round 27. But, milk 13 plus.
Yeah, I'm going 13 plus on the milk as well. I would be going for good old Huddy Young, but the boy's been rested this week. So give me a Seb Chris anytime. But on that, what would your thoughts be on a relegation system in the NRL? I'm all for it because it gives those fucking bottom feeders actually something to play for, knowing that, yeah, bruh, maybe you're about to get kicked out of the NRL. So what do you reckon about it?
I think I'd love it because, yeah, exactly that. It actually puts a bit of a fire under their ass. I think it makes some of those games more exciting. Like, obviously not for the teams who... Well, even for the ones that are kind of battling around the bottom. Like, you wouldn't want to be the Tigers, for example, the last couple of years, like, being the fans. But I guess my only concern, it'd be great for the clubs, but so many of them are attached to... like other clubs as feeder clubs, like your Falcons and like whatever else. So it's like you can't have Big Nelson playing fucking Storm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's what I was saying about if they did it as a relegation system. I suppose then even that wouldn't really work.
But even then, though, like I think biggest part about it is obviously there's like so many different things going on, but some of those smaller clubs, like they're just not going to have the funds available. There's all the licensing bullshit and whatever else. But if there was one of those things where it's like, okay, if you win your comp and another team gets knocked out, fucking the NRL just puts up they pay your fucking fees or whatever bullshit they need to do to get them in there, which I know is a long process, but fucking PVL could push this shit through.
No, we're not the people to talk about, but PVL sort this shit out.
PVL sort this shit out. Valandis sort this shit out. You're the man. So, it's just one of those things. And, you won your comp, you get X amount bonus because you made it through the NRL and, fucking see how it goes. You see how it works in different, like, soccer or football leagues around the world. You could always adopt something along those lines. If it's probably never going to happen, but fucking be cool.
I wonder if you could do it, though, that club essentially dissolves until... So they still have their feeder clubs. What?
Shut the doors at Tigers. We're done, boys. Pack it up.
Shut the doors. We're going out to the eastern suburbs. I wonder if they could nearly essentially dissolve the club, and instead of getting rid of those feeder clubs, those said players from the NRL top 30 get divided out towards those feeder clubs. And you have a one in, one out process. So even though that club's dissolved, they're going to be in the comp the year after that. So you don't end up in a process where, there's probably a good chance there was a fair few New South Wales Cup teams that probably would have beat the Tigers for a while, and they wouldn't have seen day of light back into the comp for a fair bit. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on.
No,
Drew shit now.
But no, Milk, they're going to be way too good in every which way. Like we said, no Fletcher Sharp. So there goes half of your fucking attack for the Knights. I reckon Jetty Stewart's going to go over again. And who did you say scoring?
Except Chris.
Save it, Chris. Cool. Alrighty. Broncos versus the Boys. I'm really hoping to win tickets for this one because kind of like escaped my mind completely. So yeah, KO, if you want to give out free tickets or Bloody Brilliant Beers, we've been giving away a lot of them with the Brisbane Leagueies Club. That'd be great. So I'll be having a crack at that. I'm going to go Broncos 13 plus. We need a bit of fucking payback time for these Wars that beat us a bit earlier in the year and have kind of been able to touch us up a little bit in the last season or so. So that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I'm going to sit on the 13 plus wagon as well because we weren't all that. We played like shit in New Zealand when we nearly knocked them off like earlier in the season. So
yeah,
I think at home, it's saying this, we have learned and heard from a lot of people out there about how Suncorp Stadium is basically a second Warriors home game, which you definitely could see that magic round. But yeah, I reckon we're going to give it to them.
Yeah, I think so. But at the same time, it's just like we've been able to hit like maybe 2 in a row and just haven't been able to kind of keep the foot on the gas. But I think we are building into something. I think a few of the changes, like subtle changes, but I think Madge is starting to really get his bench rotation down. Paddy moving back to lock, Reece coming back in, all these little changes. Sadly, no Dozer yet because, that would have just been perfect for this one. But I think we're really going to try to get payback on these Warriors players. I must say, though, our edges really need to be solid because their back rowers are fucking weapons. I think that's one place that they're going to be trying to bust through all the time. But yeah, no, I'm very keen for this one. It is going to be absolutely packed out there at Suncorp. Now, let me just check. Is it... Oh, no. 3 p.m. game. Why are we putting the Broncos out in daylight again? I'm just like...
We're not allowed out in the daylight. What time's that? Saturday afternoon, is it?
3 p.m. on Saturday. Yeah, no, I hate that. I felt the Wires are...
Landy sorted out. We're not allowed out other than the Thursday or Friday night.
Friday night only. But
it was actually ridiculous, like, for how many seasons that the Broncos would play strictly Friday night. Not strictly Friday night. Obviously, we'd play a few other games, but we would play a lot of prime time Friday night.
Yeah, well, biggest club in the fucking league, that's what you get. And I'm going to go with Karapani, who's just on a try-scoring mission at the moment, taking over Jesse Arthur's bloody left wing and is just going, thank you very much at the moment, particularly with their attack going down that edge. So I reckon he's going to cross for 1, potentially 2, but definitely for 1, I reckon. Nice little tip on Shiba is my prediction.
Yeah, yet again, Shiba had another good game on the weekend.
Fuck, did he what?
Up and about when he scored that little try. When he scored that try down that side, that was good enough. But somehow when he ran through that hole and juggled the ball about 4 times and then managed to hold on to it and score, that was huge. But give me Jesse Arthurs.
And actually, quickly, I kind of forgot. Well, it probably was announced, I think, after our video, after the podcast last week. But Renault Stags... Was it Moser? We kept Moser on too.
Moser signed as well, yeah.
Fuck yeah, boys. So, yeah, did you say Cobbo's all but gone?
Yeah, I think they were all... I think all of them were announced on the same day. I'm pretty sure Moser, Stags, and Renault. So, I'm fucking shocked beyond belief that they've kept Renault, to be honest. And he also did turn down by sound, literally. It sounds like he turned down a pretty big offer from the Tigers anyway, so...
Well, can you blame him, man?
Well, staying in Brizzy, boy.
Love it, Renault. Love to see her. I've got... There's, like, whispers at the moment that the Cows could even try to pick up Cobbo, like, fucking before the end of the month or some shit. No. But... Is there a world where the Broncos are trying to do some real creative accounting, fucking wool-woo shit to try to get him on fucking cheapest chips money? Because apparently he's like on about 600 at the moment. They're offering about 300. Like, drop him out of the team, drop him to Rezzies. Nah, bro, you're just not up to scratch at the moment. Actually, we'll just pick you up for fuck all.
I think there's...
Because they're still kind of like, we'll try to keep him.
Yeah, which I think, you don't really want to be sitting there while you've still got a player on contract and be like, nah, we don't want him.
Yeah, well.
But, because I think by the sounds of it, the Dragons are offering, Baj spoke about, they're offering about 7 or 750, which is big money for a winger. And then so it'll be interesting to see what the Cowboys are throwing an offer at. The Broncos might already have offshore bank accounts set up for him at this stage. I'm not too sure. They're literally going to offer him $200,000 and they're going to have a little $400,000 in the offshore bank account as a sign payment. So
they're just finding all these chests buried. They're finding all these chests buried by Kevy at Red Hill just with cash in them. Kevy seems like a real cash operator. He's just got all these fucking little stashes they're finding. Oh, fuck me, we can keep paying these guys. All right. Fuck, we're just chatting shit now. Dragons versus Eels. This one's easy. It's at Woo Woo Win Stadium. So give me the Dragons 1-12 at this one. Particularly earlier in the season, it was the first win that the Eels got was against the Dragons. So I think they're going to be wanting this back real bad. We've got Lomax versus Gutho again. I'm not getting Neil Charm though. I'm going Dragons 1-12 and it ain't changing. Woo Woo Win Stadium. If they lost there this season, wouldn't surprise me if they haven't. That's the spot.
I don't know who to go on this, honestly. Because for as shit as Para is...
Dean Hawkins is on an all-time run.
Dean Hawkins is on a roll. And you don't stop a man when he's on a heater.
In saying that, Dragons 1-12.
Gosh, I just really hate the Dragons halves.
What do they ever do to you?
Fuck it. We got to keep solid with the Dragons. Give me the Dragons 1-12 up. We win.
Love it. And I got Gutho anytime.
Money.
He's going over
anytime.
Finns versus the Bunnies. This one, I can smell a master ambush in this one. Master versus Apprentice game again. AJ's probably going to score 4 more tries, honestly. So, yeah, obviously in this one, I'm going with Uncle Wayne and his Bunnies 1-12. They've nearly got it over the Storm week before. I think Wayne likes beating his old teams, or at least definitely tries to. So, I think they're going to be up for it. I think we're going to see Demon Trell in this one. I think he's been a little bit quiet, not maybe doing as much. I think he's going to turn up big time for big old Wayne. I just like their middles a lot more as well. I think the Finns, a few injuries are coming in. Yeah, a few injuries are coming in, starting to have their depth tested a little bit. I think Carfusi's out for a little bit. Jackie Bostock, his season's gone with fucking ACL, so that sucks for him. And then you got some red-hot players in that Rabbitohs team, like Keon Kolomatangi is doing fucking work at the moment, probably looking to crack into that New South Wales team. And, I think they're just going to be way too much for them.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. Like even looking at that back line, as impressive as what Katoa and Nicarima have been this season. Cody Walker coming back in. Jamie Humphries has been sold as fuck all year when he hasn't been injured. And then through the middle, they've definitely got the better forwards through the middle. That's probably one thing that's definitely going to hurt the Dolphins heading towards the end of the season is they are starting to lose a fair bit of depth. Like, obviously, they've just lost Bostock, like you said, Kafusi, Max Blath. Marsh King's been injured in and out all year, so, he'd be under injury cloud this whole time. And then whoever else that I can't think of. Give me the Bunnies 1-12 at Suncorp and, AJ anytime.
Trell anytime for me. Storm versus the Sharks.
Geez, this was a quick turnaround between these two. They only played a couple of weeks ago?
I think so.
4
Storm
weeks.
Fucked them up, I think.
Yeah.
I think Storm at home. Just too.
I was going to say, it's at Amy Park, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's at Amy Park. They're just too hot to trot at home. But I don't know. They are due for a loss. I don't have confidence in this just like unbeatable Storm team at the moment. Like they obviously had a very close one with the Bunnies, but also they've probably been doing a whole week of hill sprints after that close one. So if anyone's sitting out, might have been Paps. He might have got to sit on a deck chair and watch the rest of the boys. But I reckon they're going to get it down 1-12. I still think it is going to be close. Sharks, I feel like they're a bit of like a weirdish team for the Storm. But at home, Amy Park, say less. I'm going to go Paps anytime. What are you looking at?
Yeah, give me Storm 13 plus, actually.
Yeah, I like that more, yeah.
Colts. Xavier Colts.
Who would have ever thought? And then last.
I was actually bees dick away from saying Paps, but no, I can't try it. But he owes me from last week after he fucking pulled the pin. I had to
He wasn't in there.
rearrange my whole team on Supercoach. So yeah, give me Xavier Coates. He'll cross.
Yeah, and then last one for the round. This one is just fucking flip a coin, honestly. It's going to be a shit show, I feel. Titans at home in the Gold Coast versus the Cowboys. Yuck!
Yeah. This is a bit of shit Sunday arvo footy, isn't it?
Fucking prime time Sunday slot this. The halves experiment, at least for the Cowboys, seems to be over. Purdue's gone back to he's been banished back to the centres. We've got Cliff and the Big Red Dog. He's come back into 6, and Tommy's are at 7. So they were playing some pretty good footy, I think, with Purdue, particularly in the centres. So with not much confidence.
Oh, Zachy Labert's kept his spot in the centres as well.
I'm going to go Cows 1 to 12 with no confidence.
Yeah, I've got Cows 1 to 12. Actually, in a little bit of it, I'm confident they can get it done 1 to 12. Titans were absolutely fucking dismal last week.
And they don't have Campbell either. He got a head knock, I think, HI or whatever. He might be out.
HI, he's out. So, it actually is such a tough game to pick this.
Cows have been fucked up 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, Cows are due. No, I'm just going to go purely off the theory of they're due. So give me Cows 1 to 12, and I'm going to have a Zach Labert anytime.
I'm going to go Purdue anytime, but for me, if anything, the real main events, give me fucking Tino versus Bateman again, and just let those boys get at it.
Yeah. Oh, Tino's just going to rearrange his ribs again like he did last time, and hopefully punch a hole in that pommy fuck's face and send him back to England. So
send him on his way.
Yeah. See you later, mate. Pack your bags, take your passport with you, or burn it, shred it, whatever you want to do with it. Don't come back to Australia.
Don't want to see your fucking face ever again. All right, now, last little bit. We've got Bet to Vegas, which at the moment, again, we'll be lucky to leave the state terminal, whatever the fuck. I can't even get an airport with our winnings. I can't even get an Uber to the airport with our winnings at this stage. For me, though, it's in the doggies game. There was a few different things that were calling my name, but I feel like, again, the theory is due. Jacob Kiraz at $2.12. I don't hate that at all. I think it's probably going to be a low-scoring game, but I think a winger's a good shot. And Kiraz he's a sort for it. Tom, what have you got?
I'm just going for it on the nose. I'm going a rough. Well, it's not really a rough, you don't reckon, because I think they actually will just get the job done. So much value here in a game that they're very good chance of winning. Give me South Sydney Rabbitohs head-to-head against the Dolphins at $2.48.
That's actually pretty good. I don't mind that at all. And I think, that's definitely a good one. Uncle Wayne to get it over the line for you. My multi of the week, I feel like I've been trying a little bit too hard. I might have got one a couple of weeks ago and gone, look at me, I can fucking pick them. I'm going to keep it nice and simple. Just a 2-leg wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, in this one. My multi of the week is Gutho and Lomax anytime at $4.20. I think that is just freebies. Money for jam. Thank you very much for coming.
Huge, really. What do we got here? What do we got? I'm going to keep that South Sydney leg in there. I'm going to also add as Melbourne Storm head-to-head. And
hang on. Let me guess.
Go ahead, guess. Anytime try and score up.
Xavier Coates.
And fuck it, for the sake of it. Actually, I'm going to take that Xavier Coates out of that. Because
what you score, don't do it.
No, for the sake of 48 cents, I don't think. Oh, no, that's without. Oh, no, I'll put him back in. Here we go.
Put him in cash. That could have been horrific.
We got a 4-leg multi here. We have a Canberra Raiders head-to-head, South Sydney Rabbitohs head-to-head, Melbourne Storm head-to-head, Xavier Coates anytime try scorer. $7.58 of money.
Lovely. That's pretty much it from us. Enjoy your rugby league.